We were in sync there.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the J&E EComicCast. I'm your boy Jay, also known as Josiah, and I'm here with
Emilio or E, whatever is easier for
whatever's easier for you guys to remember.
Episode 10, bro.
What we hit that
we
double
were just
digits.
talking about that. Episode 10, man.
Yeah, bro.
We made it
Together.
I mean, not really together because you filmed that one episode without me, but still, I was there in
You were there in spirit.
I was there in
Okay,
spirit. I was there in spirit.
But no. We've been enjoying the progress we've been making with you guys. I remember our first episode, dude. Our audio, we were sharing one microphone, a cheap $50 microphone that I had,
sitting real close to the screen. You remember that?
Real close and everything. Now look, we're improving. Every episode we make a little bit in advance. We changed the audio. Our audio is a lot better. YouTubers out there, we're still using our webcam, but we're gonna have soon set up new chairs, new background.
Yeah, we're working on all of it. We're working on changing the whole look of the EComicCast
and setting up a actual camera, not using a webcam. But the video comes out okay. Yeah, I can't complain.
I think it looks all right.
But yeah. Thank you guys for enjoying the ride with us. This couldn't be done without our viewership, and we appreciate you guys still tuning in and listening to us ramble about our comics and nerding out and geeking out
and acting a fool. We've had lightsaber fights on here. We've had special guests.
Yeah, we've talked about a lot of stuff. We're doing it all.
Yeah, and today we have another comic filled episode for you guys.
Yep.
We got episode 15 of Superman and Lois.
Season finale.
Yeah, bonkers. We got What If episode 2
with T'Challa.
Bonkers. We have some Shang-Chi stuff for you guys. And we have we're talking about the brand new Eternals trailer, which I've been saying it, man. Outside of Spider-Man, the Eternals is looking like my movie my go-to movie I'm most excited for coming up. So
yeah, I think I gotta agree with you there. There was a lot I didn't expect from that trailer, and that I was able to get. I was
surprised too with how it started.
Yeah.
They came out with, I mean, like one of the big questions was, why did the Eternals not interfere when Thanos was running amok? And they answered that in the trailer. So, but enough about intro. Let's get right into the episode. Let's talk about the number one thing they were most excited and looking forward to this week was Superman and Lois episode 15. Jay, what did you think? What did you think, bro?
Bro, okay.
And give us a little rundown too, a little mini rundown.
Yes, sir. To be honest with you, episode 14 is still my favorite episode, but 15 of the season, yes. 14 was my favorite of the season.
That and the John Irons episode when we found out his reveal, that episode was bonkers too.
Yeah, I got to give that one episode. But to give you guys a little rundown, if you guys haven't watched it, spoiler warning ahead of time, but we're going to be talking about a lot of it during this episode. So to give you guys a little bit of a rundown of that episode, we got to see Jordan turn, and he turned into...
He got eradicated.
And he was... what's his name's father?
Morgan Edge's
father. Do you remember his father's name?
I don't know.
They said it too. But Morgan Edge's father,
Zeta Ro, I think it was.
That actually sounds Zeta Ro. That sounds familiar.
I don't have my phone, so I can't even check.
Yeah, your phone's charging. We'll call him Z.
Zeta. Yeah, I think it is Zeta.
Yeah, I think it's Zeta.
I think Morgan Edge's Kryptonian name is Tau Ro.
Zeta Ro.
I think it's
Zeta. Zeta Ro. Okay, we'll call him Zeta Ro for now. Yeah. We could be completely wrong, but Zeta Ro.
Somebody correct us in the comments if we are.
Yeah. Zeta Ro. He got into Jordan, and we saw the continuation after that. Superman looking for his son, wasn't able to find him. Then we got John Irons needing to work on his suit. Lois Lane needing to intervene to save her son, and Jonathan needing to intervene to save his brother. We saw Morgan Edge. Dude, what do you think happened with Morgan Edge? Because they knocked the Eradicator out of him, but he was still alive. So what do you...
I think he's back. I think he's back to Morgan Edge. I think so obviously, you guys know, they had to end the season now with the bang. and pretty much, if you watch episode 14, Morgan Edge pretty much became like the Eradicator. So he had the Eradicator powers, and he could sit there and go and turn whoever he came in contact with him to Kryptonians. So he was doing that. He flew out. He turned Jordan, like Jay said, and he also went and turned a bunch of the people in Smallville. And their whole mission was to turn this timeline, this Earth, into the same thing that John Irons had to deal with, where everybody was just where the Kryptonians were back in power. So John Irons goes and hits him with a Red Sun powered hammer, and he pretty much knocks him out of the Eradicator, and they capture him again. And so I think Morgan Edge is still there, and we still have Leslie Lar. None of those two characters died. Leslie Lar's behind bars. Morgan Edge is behind bars now, and it's interesting to see what happens with them moving forward.
Yeah, I have a feeling, and then we got a little sneak peek of what's to come. But I have a feeling that we got to see John Irons' daughter returning to their Earth
at the very end of the episode.
At the very end of the episode,
which was crazy.
Yeah, I didn't expect that, to be honest. But I'm gonna quickly talk about my thoughts and my
do your thing,
things
bro.
about that, and then we can go over and think of what you got for it. I have a feeling for season 2, for the next villain, I have 2 theories. One, John Irons ran into Superman, the evil Superman on their Earth. Well, not John Irons. John Irons' daughter ran into Super Evil Man on their Earths. Knowing her father went to another Earth, she was like, I would trade to save me and my father. I'll trade you the other Earth. And so we're going to see evil Superman battling in season 2, good Superman. And then 3, my second theory is either we're going to get the Project X, where we got to see Jonathan's friend, where he got powers from Jordan from the explosion, but more people in that school, because they said it was a gifted school for people with powers, are going to end up coming back and trying to fight Jordan and Jonathan. And we saw Jonathan's going to be a little bit of a weapons expert. We didn't see any powers come out for him.
I know, I'm disappointed, man. That was
but we see him doing some weapons with John Irons and stuff.
Kind of like what you said, man. You kind of called that. You said that he was going to be kind of like, he was going to kind of take after John Irons and more of that than Superman. So
honestly, I like that more, because I like the fact that we only get to see one of them dealing with powers and trying to figure out life. If we have both of them, then it's like taking the story from each other. So I kind of like John Irons. He's taking on the mantle of John Irons, being a weapons expert and stuff. I think that's really cool. Do you think Sarah knows he has powers?
I think she suspects something, though, because now you have the guy from her school, which was her best friend, call out Jordan. And then on top of that, when Morgan Edge came and crashed the car as the Eradicator, he only took the one with powers. He only took Jordan. He left Jonathan and everybody else. And you heard when she asked Jonathan, hey, why Jordan? And Jonathan didn't have it. I mean, it kind of cuts away. So maybe Jonathan told her, gave her an answer we don't know about. And
that's what I think.
Secret.
Yeah.
Which would be, he's been honest with her about everything else. Maybe he was just like, yo, this is the end of the world type thing. So we got to, I got to keep it real with her,
Yeah. So I have a feeling. But I feel like she would have brought it up, too, if she knew.
But things are moving so fast for them,
That is true, too.
They go back, they get rescued, they go to Smallville. Smallville gets attacked. You know what I mean? She's dealing with her stuff with her family. Remember, her dad went and he came back into the graces of the people by saving that lady from the building. Just things are moving way too fast for her to be like, hey, Jordan, I know you're Superman's son. Yeah. But I think she had an idea, because you saw when she was asking, when she went to the DOD base, she saw Superman and Lois talking. And you could tell that she stood there staring at them for a minute. Like, that's interesting. You know what I mean?
Because, and, like, I'm surprised, like, no one asked, like, Jordan gets taken. Where's Clark? Throughout that entire thing. Why is Clark not with Lois? Why he's not with Jonathan? Why he's not with Where's Clark? Why is Lana not asking these questions? What happened with Clark?
I didn't even think of that.
Unless they know, like, he's Superman, they just waiting for them to come out and tell him
Or or maybe like I said, maybe they're just too busy with their stuff to
think about it.
to really be concerned with him.
Yeah, that's one thing that caught my attention. Is like, bro, you see Lois Lane with Superman, you see Jonathan there as well. Jordan's taken.
You know, it's so funny you mentioned that, man. I never thought
Clark?
about this, but like people don't ever put two and two together. Like, yo, Lois and Superman hang out a lot. How tall is Superman? Oh, he's 6'4". Oh, Clark Kent is coincidentally 6'4", and they have the same skin color, and they have the same hair, and they look almost exactly the same except for glasses. I don't know, dude. Something suspicious is going on over there.
I love like one of the episodes in well, not an episode, one of the movies in the New 52 when people started getting suspicious of Clark being Superman. He overheard them, and he started like fumbling newspapers, dropping things, and like being a total geek and nerding out just because he didn't want people finding out he was Superman. Or put 1, 2 to 2 together.
There's a scene similar to that in Superman Returns with I think Brandon Ralph where Lois and her new husband are having a conversation about Clark Kent and how, you know, coincidentally he comes back after 5 years. Superman comes back, and they're having a conversation about him being about the same thing about, oh look, we think he's Superman, and he hears him too, and then he just looks at them, he gives them like a geeky wave or a smile, and they start laughing. They're like, nah, bro, no way. Obviously Lois knew at that point because she knew, but
Yeah.
you know, but it was just he made them easy to dismiss the fact that he was Superman.
Yeah. Same thing with like with the Flash. The Flash does the same exact thing. No one thinks he's the Flash because he always showing up late sometimes on purpose. Sometimes he's clumsy as well, geeking.
These guys are big brain.
Yeah. Batman, on the other hand, Batman is like, you find out my secret identity, I'm gonna have to put you down.
Nah. You know what's crazy? You mentioned that. I remember that there was an episode where I think that they figured out that there was an episode where Hugo Strange found out that Bruce Wayne is Batman, or that Batman is Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
And in the episode, they're like, bro, like Bruce Wayne shows up, you know, and then all of a sudden Bruce Wayne shows up, and Batman's there, so they're like, bro, like you're wrong, you know. And as Hugo Strange is walking away and they're arresting him, I think Robin was in the Batman suit, or Robin had the mask on, and he pretended to be Bruce Wayne, and they were just using that to kind of throw people off their tracks. So I think Batman is probably the slickest with people with his identity.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
the secret.
I've seen him use Alfred before to portray Batman. Yup. Alfred has put on the suit in the Batman animated series 2007, and also in Batman Bad Blood also did the same thing. But when you brought up Hugo Strange, and you haven't played the game yet, but Arkham City. Wait till you start playing Arkham City.
I know, guys. Before I start getting flamed and attacked,
I know. Wait till you play
man.
Arkham City.
I know it's arguably the best Arkham game, man.
Wait till you play Arkham City,
I'm making my
bro.
way there, right? I played Night. I played Asylum. I'll play City. I'm gonna play Origins too. So
yeah. So what do you think is to come with Superman and Lois? Like, what are your thoughts on what villains we're gonna see, or how the story is gonna go?
I think that me and you talked about that. The really cool thing first would have been to see Brainiac or another Kryptonian, you know, like somebody like that kind of brought into the thing. And I think I was telling you this, there's still a chance that we might. You know, I remember reading an article after the last episode came out, and they were talking about, they're asking the show writers and stuff like that, showrunners or whatever about the show, and they were telling them that the bad guy for season 2 was teased in season 1. So remember, me would have these conversations, and we could potentially still see Brainiac. Maybe he came in the ship that John Aaron's daughter was in. And the other thing that I was telling you about that I thought that could be a big possibility that's kind of like unresolved in a sense is that out of all the people that were empowered by ex-Kryptonite and that Morgan Edge turned with the Eradicator, there's only one person that we saw die on screen, right? To the best of my knowledge. And it was the one guy whose mother went and barged in while they were doing the town meetings, and she came at the DOD kind of crazy, and she was also one of their first leads for Lois for Lois
Case.
and the other girl from what's her name?
Cassidy? No. Cassie?
I don't know. Bro.
That sounds familiar.
We gotta start googling these names before we come on here.
For real.
But
the reporter.
The reporter. The
Reporter lady.
She was like a lead for them, and she came and she barged. Oh, but what I'm trying to say is, so her son, he gets blown up by X-Kryptonite, but it's X-Kryptonite. We don't fully know what X-Kryptonite could do. I think that there's a chance that he can sit there and maybe reform, or he isn't dead, and he comes back and he's this big baddie for Superman and John Irons to deal with. Because I do think John Irons is gonna have a big part at least
season 2.
Well,
there has to be a reason why his daughter shows up.
Excuse me.
There has to be that's what's throwing me off. There has to be a reason why she shows up. It's not like, and if they stay, there has to be a reason why. If they stay,
they're gonna stay. I don't think there's anything else.
So I have a feeling like
at least there's gonna be family drama, because you saw her call Lois at the end of the episode,
Mommy?
and everybody kind of mother, Martha.
Why did you say that name?
So we saw her call Lois Martha, and everybody was kind of like, "What?"
Martha.
And Jonathan was like, "Why did you
say that name? That's my mom."
You know what's crazy, bro? I actually really like that movie, man, and I don't think I'm able to watch through that part without laughing.
You have to laugh. You know what's crazy though? I just remember this in the Batman versus Superman show. No, not the Batman. What am I talking about? The Superman and Lois show. Remember the episode before episode 14? We were saying like someone has to die. Who's gonna die? We had 3 almost cases of 3 people that we thought was gonna die.
Who were the 3 that we said?
John Irons.
Yeah.
Where when he was in space running out of air.
And he was following Superman, calling him. That was a cool scene.
Yeah.
That kind of goes like a long way to show too, like how much Superman like has come to like trust and care and look out for the man.
Yeah.
That was a cool scene. I like that.
Number 2 was Jordan choking Jonathan.
I never thought it was Jonathan. I told you Jonathan took way too many L's. I was
like, please don't. But if he kills his brother, I don't think that's coming back from that.
You know what's crazy, bro? I thought that he was gonna laser him. I was waiting to see his eyes go red, and I was like, yo.
At that point,
this is over.
To be honest with you, at that point in my head, I was like, oh, okay. This is when Jonathan fights back, and we see he has powers.
That would have been dope too. I was kind of expecting that too.
Yeah, that's
where they were going with that. But I guess they went that nice emotional route.
Yeah,
mom saves him. I love you, son.
Yeah, and then 3 was the grandfather. He was injured and didn't want to go get checked. So I thought at the end it was gonna be like, since he didn't get checked his injuries, he was just gonna.
And we completely forgot about that. We had a little subplot with that too, because he pretty much retired from active duty with the DOD.
Yeah.
So, and they had offered John Irons a job. There's a chance that John Irons becomes head of the DOD.
That is true.
Or the person who's in charge of the DOD now, they might come after Superman and his family.
That is true. I think. What do you think it goes from with the grandfather? You think he's gonna move to Smallville with Lois and Clark?
I think he's gonna do what he can to make amends, and I think that we're gonna have a storyline with him in season 2.
Yeah.
But I don't know why, man. I could be wrong, but I have a feeling that he's gonna bite the big one next season.
I feel like I'm surprised there was no.
I feel like they can't keep cheating death.
Yeah.
And I thought John Irons or this guy was gonna die, and he wasn't gonna be John.
I have a feeling John Irons is gonna die in season 2.
Sorry guys, I didn't mean to make that popping sound. If it's Jonathan, bro, that would really throw me for a loop.
The only reason why I think.
Excuse me again.
It's possible Jonathan. It can happen to Jonathan, but Jonathan now got his girl. Like, so now he ain't taking no more L's.
Nah.
Nah.
And you know what's funny? You remember when they told them like that at the end of the episode? They're like, bro, like they call him QV2, and he was playing Mortal Kombat versus DC, and he was playing. I think he was playing with Scorpion or something or whatever, and his teammate was playing Superman, and he was like, yo, you never bet against Superman. Why you always out here taking so many L's? And then he saw his girl, and he was like, I don't take that many L's.
I don't take that. Yeah.
And then she said Martha, and he said,
"Why'd you say that name?" Yeah. No, but no, I don't think they're gonna kill him off. I think season 1 would have been the season to kill him off. I think now he's such an important character that he won't.
Who, John Irons or
Jonathan?
Bro, I've told you from the get-go, man.
But no.
He takes way too many L's.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get powers. I think he's gonna be a weaponsmith. What I think is gonna end up happening, it's crazy, is John Irons dies. Jonathan's gonna be taking on the mantle, and then Jonathan is gonna end up with John Irons' daughter. I don't think the relationship with the girl he's with now is gonna work out.
Maybe she's evil, bro. We don't know.
And she turns
because she's
Jordan and Jonathan.
Remember, she's in. They said too that she's a new student as well to that school.
The girl, girl, yeah. Imagine she's Morgan Edge's daughter.
Nah. You know what's interesting? Something that just not completely off topic. We're talking about Superman and Lois. There was a scene where Jordan flew. Do you think he retained some of that ability to fly?
I think so. I think he's gonna be full Kryptonian now. He's gonna have all powers, everything.
Oh, he's not gonna be full Kryptonian no matter what. Because
I expected him to fly in the garden with Sarah when they kissed and hugged. I expected him to go a little flight,
bro. You're doing too much.
A little flight, just a little flight. A little flight. I was like, yo, Jordan, don't show your powers like this now.
Nah,
don't be a simp.
He wasn't gonna do that. He wasn't gonna do that.
Don't fully simp and show your powers now.
He has anti-simp tatted on his forearm. He's not gonna do that.
No, but I think the grandfather dies or John Iron dies season 2.
I think the grandfather dies. I think John Iron becomes head of the DOD and his daughter's there. And I think that potentially they find a way to write them out in a not so harsh way.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see Morgan Edge a little bit in season 2 and Leslie, but I don't think they're big kind of contenders.
Superman and Lois was one of the fasting TV shows to sign for a season 2. Two episodes dropped. In the first 2 episodes, people were already wanting a season 2, and they signed for it.
The show is fire. We've been here telling you guys. You know what's crazy is that I told you about the show.
Yeah.
Like 3 or 4 episodes in, and you were like, nah. I'll get to it. And then you binge watch like 4 or 5 episodes in one day.
This is true. Well, the show's really, really good. I didn't expect it to be that good. I expected it to be like, Superman, here we go, fighting a battle, back and forth. But when they brought out like his family, everything, I was like, okay, this is a show I'm liking.
Because we can relate to Superman now.
Yeah.
In a sense, like in an emotional sense, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's not Mr. Perfect. You know, you could tell that he has issues and he's trying to figure his way about things. And speaking about, you know, he's emotional and having issues, I thought it was a nice thing that they did for Jor-El. You know, when he went back to the Fortress of Solitude and gathered the crystals and just kind of buried them on the camp farm.
I thought that was cool.
That was a nice scene too.
Do you think he's gonna be able to fix those crystals, or you think we're gonna see some Kryptonians coming back from it? Maybe his mother's crystal.
No, you know what I think is gonna happen. I think that we might have a situation. Did you ever watch the movie Superman Returns with Brandon Routh?
No.
Oh, okay. In that movie, the crystals, if planted, I think in earth and water, they sprout and they'll start sprouting parts of Krypton. If you have the big crystals, he could pretty much like bring Krypton on Earth with them. And I think that maybe they might apply some of that to the crystals that he has there, to the crystals of his father, where maybe in the dirt and under sunlight, the crystals will sprout and maybe reform or give him a new crystal or a new way to make a fortress.
Oh, okay, that'll be pretty cool.
So I think that'll way. But I think it's also cool. I mean, for now, even if they don't do that, because he's always had a guide, you know what I mean, in his life, and now he has to kind of figure things out for himself, which I think is a really, really, really cool thing for us to kind of.
Oh, now he has to be the guide with his sons.
Yeah,
Jordan.
Yep.
So I have a feeling that he's gonna have full Kryptonian powers. Like he's gonna be able to fly. He's gonna that little intake that he got. He's gonna have full powers and everything, and be a lot stronger. He might be even stronger than Superman. They might make him out to be.
Yeah, I can see them doing that and maybe kind of pushing him like that.
Yeah, and then do you think he's gonna be, quote unquote, Superboy, Superman sidekick, or you think they're just gonna let him live his life as a teenager?
For him to have like an evil turn.
Really?
Yeah, I really do. I think that, what if Sarah dies? You know what I mean? He's gonna go off. So I think that he's gonna have an evil moment.
Maybe that'll be season 3. Sarah dies in season
Maybe.
2.
At the beginning of season 3, and he's like, "Yo, you gotta fight me," and his dad's like, "I can't," and then John Iron's like, "I can," and then he just hits him in the head with the axe, with the hammer.
We'll see. But we talked about Superman and Lois.
Yeah, if you guys have not watched it, I think all 15 episodes are on the CW app. It's completely free.
We'll be going to
Get caught
HBO
up.
Max.
Yeah, and HBO Max, yeah. So if you guys have those things,
Excuse me.
Just sit down, check them out, watch them, and then I think you guys you're really gonna enjoy it if you haven't watched it.
For sure. Now we get into another strong topic, Marvel. A whole bunch of Marvel we have for today. We have Shang-Chi. We have Eternals too. We have What If.
What If?
Let's you know what? Let's do this different. Let's talk about Eternals because I think that's something that we're both more hyped for to talk about. So in Eternals, that final trailer that they released, what's your opinion for that? What are you looking forward to seeing with the villain, everything that they're portraying?
Yeah, I think that's really cool, man. I think that's really cool they did that. They waited until we had the final trailer for them to show us who the villain are, and we got to see the what do they call it? The Celestials. That was a really cool shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And one of the biggest things that people were asking about was why didn't they interfere during Thanos? And they said it. We were put on this earth 7,000 years ago, and we were specifically told, do not interfere in any relations here or any kind of situations, unless if the deviants are not involved. And so the deviants were involved with Thanos, so they could not interfere.
Yeah.
And one of the things I found really interesting, thing I was thinking about, is that all these shows that we get, and that we're getting after the blip, they almost make it seem like having them come back, like the snap being undone, has been more of a worse thing for everybody than if they would have just had snapped. And it's almost kind of crazy to say, but remember at the beginning of the trailer, they said too, the Earthlings or the people on Earth, when they undid the snap, they caused this event to happen, which we don't know exactly where the event's going to lead. So I thought one thing I'm thinking about was like, it's kind of crazy. Like you think about WandaVision, you know what I mean, and what them unsnapping did to them. Think about the Spider-Man Far From Home, and what them unsnapping did. You know what I mean? Like you have all these issues that are coming up from it. I think it's interesting that Marvel's like touching on that topic, but it almost makes you wonder, like, so now the Eternals have to get involved in a situation because it's something that could be potentially bigger than the Avengers, and that's happening due to them undoing the snap.
Yeah.
So maybe them undoing the snap wasn't the right thing.
Do you know that character villain for Eternals? Who was the villain? Deviants? Like his name?
I don't think they gave a name. I just think they just call them Deviants.
Why did I think? But no. Did you see in the trailer the big red guy?
He's an Eternal. He's not a bad guy.
Oh, he's an Eternal?
Yeah.
Why for the? I thought he was the Craven the Conqueror.
No, you mean King the Conqueror.
King the Conqueror.
You're confusing Craven and King.
King the Conqueror.
No, I don't think that's him. But I mean, double check. I'm pretty sure it's the Celestial.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Ultron on your wall.
Yeah, I was looking at the poster. Like, is he there?
Ultron. I don't have my phone to look, so I can't tell you.
Yeah.
Literally look a big red guy in the Eternals. Other than that, while he's looking that thing up, so I thought that it was really important for them to explain why they didn't interfere during Thanos. We got shots of the Deviants, which are really interesting, and some of them they look like they're like more beast, you know what I mean, than a humanoid type creature, and some of them it looks like they are humanoid. We got to see some of the shots of the Eternals in action. Some of them had laser beam. Huh?
You can read that. That's a lot of big words for a small boy in Josiah.
Is the what?
You gotta look in the mic. Talking to Mike. We gotta read it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the movie. I never heard anything about the Eternals or anything like that, so it's something that I'm definitely looking forward to getting a new perspective of Marvel. But I think that wasn't King the Conqueror.
No, it's not.
For some reason, I thought he was King the Conqueror. I think a lot because they said like someone didn't let us interfere. Who's the one that's not letting them interfere?
The Celestials. They said it. The Celestials. Remember they asked them, and then all of a sudden you get a cut of the Celestials, which I think that I have a picture saved, and
I why do I feel like from What If the Watcher has a part to play for Eternals? Well, they're gonna be in the MCU universe, right? Obviously, because they're just not gonna be. They're in the MCU universe. They're just probably not gonna be like working with any of the Avengers. Probably not. I don't know. Who knows what happens in the end of the movie? As he keeps reading to find out who's the big red guy, when I think he's King the Conqueror.
Deviants, which I can't.
Yeah.
We got this dude with the
laser eyes.
I thought it was a pretty cool scene.
Yeah. A little Cyclops for you. I think it's King the Conqueror. But I can be told wrong. I'm wrong. And I'll accept it. It's Brainiac.
Oh, the name of the guy I think is Ashram the Judge. He's a Celestial, the red colored leader of the Celestials.
Okay. Well, I'm wrong.
So we gotta look that out.
Yeah. We'll let you guys know next episode for sure. But do you think Eternals tie in with What If and Watcher?
No, honestly, I'm getting the vibes that though like the Eternals takes place in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and in the same timeline and everything as the as like the main timeline that we've been watching. I think it's gonna be like its own divergent story. There's a chance that maybe one or two of them might kind of be somebody that shows up more in the future, but I don't know why I get the impression that it's just gonna be a one-in story, and I'm completely fine with that, man. I mean, the trailer to me was fire. I think I'm telling you about that for the longest. I've been really hyped about them. Yeah. I've been really impressed with how they've been handling things, and I think the movie overall is just gonna be really, really good. And I like that they off the jump they gave us two of the big questions: who are the bad guys, the deviants, what's happening, some kind of cosmic situation due to them undoing the snap. Why did these powerful group of beings do nothing to interfere with Thanos, even though they love them so much? And it was because the Celestials 100% said, "Y'all not doing it."
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I agree. It's a definitely a movie looking forward to seeing as well. But in 2 weeks we get Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings.
They had a world premiere in
Red carpet. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? I mean, I know you saw. I think I tagged on some of the first early, I guess, thoughts of it. What did you think?
Yeah, I was watching the red carpet while I was playing a little bit of some games.
What you playing?
I thought it was interesting.
What were you playing, dog?
Oh, I was playing Valorant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I wasn't playing Apex. I played Apex the other day though.
Did you?
Yeah.
I've been grinding ranked.
Oh, have you?
On arenas.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I haven't touched ranked. I just been playing like
arenas is beautiful. Best thing they ever made. Seer is annoying.
I like Seer. I've been playing more Seer lately.
You know how many times I've been healing and all of a sudden I get interrupted and I just like, wow, this is wonderful.
All right, back to Shang-Chi. Back to Shang-Chi. All right. What I think. I saw a post that said that the movie will not be coming on theater release in China. So they were saying that was like one of the biggest budgets, but something won't let them release the movie in theaters as soon as possible. So that might be a reason for them to drop it on Disney Plus, because they can't put it in theaters. There was something like that.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't read the same article that you read.
I just read it.
I
like
didn't look into it
a couple hours ago.
But that would be interesting. I mean, obviously, if it goes on Disney Plus, it's better for us because we can watch it from the comfort of our home.
Yeah.
Shout out to Disney Plus doing that during the pandemic.
Yeah.
But even if it's not, I think that no matter what, I think I'm gonna watch it, man. I just gotta make sure I have time.
Yeah.
Actually, we have time that we can go ahead and we can watch it in a safe manner.
Yeah. I love Disney so much because I love how they put it all on the actors. Why they don't release it on Disney Plus?
For real?
Yeah, you didn't see the post what Disney said? They were like, if it was up to us, Shang-Chi would also be on Disney Plus for premiere access. But that's how the actors make the most of their money.
Yo, I didn't know that.
They started just throwing everyone under the bus. If it was up to us,
Well, you know, it benefits Disney because they could do whatever they want with Disney Plus and not have to give anybody a single cent.
yeah,
And speaking on that too, you know, I think I remember reading somewhere that due to her lawsuit with Disney, Scarlett Johansson is never appearing as Black Widow again.
oh, of course not. You just sued the company you worked for.
It'll take a lot of PR, a lot of conversation to bring her back, which is unfortunate because the Black Widow movie was pretty good.
Yeah, but she was the killed off character anyways, so we don't know if they were gonna bring her back. We probably won't see her in What If then.
No, I don't think there's anything to do with that because What If was recorded before Chadwick Boseman even died, right?
Before what?
What If was recorded like a year ago or more.
Oh yeah. Okay, so she'll probably be there.
I say cut her episode.
Yeah, unless they. But there's no point of doing that. They still own the characters' rights. She doesn't own the character rights. She just was a paid actor.
Well, maybe they'll do it out of spite. Like, yo.
They kill her off in What If? They just change the story.
All of a sudden they change it. Black Widow story, and then it just starts.
Hawkeye just shoots like 6 arrows into it for no reason.
And then just the end, and it just ends like a minute later.
That'd be messed up. That'd be so messed up.
It'd be pretty crazy if Hawkeye has mind control. He has an arrow pointed at her, and then she goes, "Save Martha."
Who do you say that? Like?
And Hawkeye's like, "Okay."
Oh, imagine he just like they make it the episode. Hawkeye's pointing the arrow at him. He's like, "Disney, do I shoot or do I abort a mission?" And you just hear someone. It's go for kill.
Yeah, you hear Mickey Mouse voice.
That would be so dumb.
Goodbye, Black Widow.
Bro, that would be so ridiculous and messed up.
Oh, Disney, man.
Disney's savage
Disney's
if
crazy.
they did that.
Yeah.
Bro, you see Donald Duck just dancing on a corpse.
Oh, Goofy got a tear in his eye.
Oh, man, that would be hilarious. But no, on a real note, like, yeah, of course she's not gonna be appearing. Let's see if she stars in anything in the future, anything worth watching.
I think her time as a super, at least her time as
maybe
Avengers.
DC picks her up
for what?
Poison Ivy.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Okay,
I don't know. That's the first person that popped in my head.
Or Batwoman.
Batwoman, yeah. Maybe DC picks her up. Who knows?
I'm excited for Shang-Chi though. A lot of the early back to what we were originally talking about.
Yeah.
A lot of the early like stuff on it looks like it's gonna be like a really good movie. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think I'm more excited than I was for that. I'm more excited for that now than I was before.
Bro, I'm just excited to see that fight on the train scene. That's what I'm looking forward to.
That fight looks insane.
That fight looks insane. And then when Abomination comes out and Wong comes out, I'm looking forward to that. Do you think we're gonna get a What If episode with Shang-Chi and Eternals?
No, I think it's too early for that.
Okay, maybe season 2 or What If.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I have a feeling that the Watcher is coming back, and for some reason in Loki season 2. Because they keep bringing up the multiverse, and Loki brought up the multiverse a lot as well.
He could be in that, or he could be in Doctor Strange.
Or Doctor Strange's multiverse madness.
Or he could be in Spider-Man. No,
I don't think Spider-Man. Spider-Man, yeah.
But I do think Loki or Doctor Strange is next chances to show up. Speaking about that stuff, man, we got episode 2 of What If.
Yeah.
And it was a Black Panther centered episode with
T'Challa.
T'Challa. With Black Panther as what if he was the one who was picked up by the Ravagers and he became Star-Lord. The episode was, what do you think of the episode?
So I found it interesting when they picked up the wrong target because it made no sense. Because you saw they were supposed to still pick up Peter, but then they end up picking up T'Challa somehow. Because it doesn't make any sense how they got them mixed up.
I thought it was funny though.
But I did too.
They're like, yeah, he has 2 holes for ears, 2 eyes, two nostrils, and he has a hole for his mouth. Yeah. And they're like, does he look like this? And
I found it funny. I thought the episode was good. I liked how Thanos, he was considered the genocidal maniac.
Yeah, I like how they make fun of that. That's genocide. And he was like, it was random.
I liked how they made it that the guy that originally was like working for, what's his name?
The Collector.
Not the Collector. The Thanos's was like right hand man at the time.
Ebony Maw.
No.
The Black Order.
No. The what's it called? What's his name? Oh, Rodin. The guy that was
They didn't show him though.
But they didn't show Rodin, but they showed Rodin's like boss, how he was not boss, Rodin's henchman, who was a fan of Star-Lord.
Yeah,
and I love
really
that. He's like, punch me harder. And he just starts fighting him. And he's like, it's an honor to spy with you, Star-Lord.
Oh, just like Star-Lord when he gets knocked out. And he gets knocked out with a smile on his face. You saw that?
Yeah.
He's a clown.
Yeah,
and he's talking to one of the Dora Milaje at the end of the movie when they go back to the Wakanda, and he was like, "Oh, I don't want to kind of brag, but you can say I'm his best friend." I was like, "This dude's a clown."
Yeah. What did you think about Nebula being like good?
It was a really interesting story overall
with Star-Lord.
You know, one of the things I really like that's kind of underrated. I really liked. Maybe not be underrated, because that isn't talked about a lot. Is I like that the whole story was like a really like a really feel good story for Black Panther. You know what I mean? He becomes known universe wide. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or galaxy wide, whatever.
But he wasn't Black Panther in What If? But
his dad's not dead, so you're right. He's not Black Panther technically.
He's not Black Panther. He's just Star-Lord.
He's T'Challa, yeah, but whatever.
T'Challa.
But T'Challa, yeah. But his dad's T'Chaka. But T'Chaka. But I thought it was like really cool that he was kind of like known for being just like a really good guy, you know. Yeah. And one thing that was really interesting that kind of like spoke about him and maybe like some of the training that he got to be like the next king of Wakanda was when him and Thanos were talking about about how sometimes good reasoning is your strongest weapon, you know. Mm-hmm. And as a king, you have to be able to communicate and be able to diffuse situation, be a diplomat at the same time. And even though T'Challa didn't become king of Wakanda in this timeline, he still had, you can tell that he had all the makings of a great king, and that's what he decided to do. Yeah. Just by some of the things that he handled in the episode. So sacrifice, obviously having Thanos' turn is like the biggest thing you could possibly do. Yeah. But you could just tell that everywhere he went, he was known and people cared about him, which is like a really, really cool thing for me to kind of see that.
What I found interesting, how they show Peter being a janitor and then his father showing up.
He was working at a fast food joint.
He was a janitor though. He was cleaning.
I guess, but maybe
he had a mop and a bucket.
He was cleaning because they were closed. That doesn't mean he's a janitor.
Okay, whatever.
Have you ever worked fast food?
I did for a day.
You did for a day.
And then I quit, and then I went to another job.
I was working fast food, and they would have us clean. That didn't mean I was a janitor. I was a delivery driver.
Yeah. Whatever. But I found that was interesting that Peter's dad.
It was really interesting. It'd be interesting to see that's the next episode of What If. But it was interesting to see that that even though things look like they're they stopped Thanos great, they turned Thanos great. Well, ego still got to Peter Quill, so we might have a bigger problem than Thanos on our hands.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be definitely episode 3 is gonna be something to look forward to of What If. Definitely Eternals is gonna be something to look forward to.
I want to rewatch the What If episode. Man, that episode was so good. I was telling my wife about that. I'd like for her to sit down and watch that.
She told me that you guys are watching Lois and Clark.
Yeah, Clark. I think that's what it's called. It came out like in '92. Like I was like 1 or 2. Have you ever watched it?
No, I never seen that one.
For that show being as old as it is, I think it's actually held up pretty well.
Yeah, she said she's been liking it. I thought you've been showing her because I was talking about Superman Lois yesterday when she was here. I thought you guys were she thought you guys were watching the Superman and Lois show, and she started telling me like, oh, but it doesn't have his kids, and I'm like, oh, then maybe it's Lois and Clark because they just added that to HBO Max.
Superman. Yeah, that show's actually really good.
And then she was like, oh, that probably makes more sense. And then but you should show her the Superman Lois. I think she'll like that if she likes Lois and Clark.
I gotta sit down with her and try to get her to sit because she's been on an Animal Crossing tip, so she's been on Animal Crossing all the time, and she started watching Lois and Clark because I just had it on TV, and she was like, "Ooh, what's this?" And then she's like, "I remember watching this," and then next thing you know, she's watching 2 episodes with me. So I almost had to like in a way like trick her, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got
so you. I gotta do the same thing with Superman Lois. Just one day have it on TV. I'm like, "Yo, watch this."
But I would. Even if you're not even a comic book fan, I would recommend Superman Lois to anyone. If you're not a DC fan or anything, the show is just a well-made show. They picked really good actors for it. I can't complain about not one actor.
Oh, that's another thing too to mention with What If. They're bringing back the same people who played them in the MCU movies are the same people who are doing the voice acting for them. So if What If isn't like something like some people might be put off by it because it's animated, but don't be put off because it's the same characters. Like when I heard Josh Brolin as Thanos, I was like, bro, that's Thanos, you know. And I was really impressed by that. But they're having the fact that they're having all these big named actors coming back to do this animated show. What If is fantastic.
Yeah, I agree. I love how they keep bringing up more and more about the multiverse, where we already know like something is coming with the multiverse. They're making something. If it's gonna be the Spider-Man movie with the multiverse, if it's gonna be Iron Man maybe returning, someone new, other characters returning that got killed off might be coming back.
I actually read that Riri, the girl that plays Ironheart, is going to be in. Sorry, Riri, the girl that plays Ironheart, is going to be in the next Black Panther movie.
That's
Black Panther Forever.
That's awesome. Ironheart will be an amazing character to add. I think. It's going to be a Young Avengers Initiative program.
I think so too.
Because we're going to have Spider-Man. I feel like we're going to have Ironheart. We're going to have Hawkeye's daughter, Captain Marvel returning. Oh, Captain Marvel. Miss Marvel coming out.
Mm-hmm.
We have maybe even didn't Hulk have a protege? Or a protege?
We have She-Hulk.
Or She-Hulk.
If you watch WandaVision, we're gonna have what's his name, Wiccan and Speed.
Yeah.
So they're building they're putting together all these characters to give us a young Avengers initiative, which is gonna be really interesting to see.
Is Spider-Man gonna be the next Iron Man? Who knows?
You know what's crazy? And I don't know. I forgot to tell you this. I was actually at Target, and they have they had some shots of the like they had action figures of like the new suits and
Funko Pops.
No, like these like 12-inch, like they're like this big of action figures, and I thought it was really interesting to see. I think that they actually I don't have my phone charging. But the name of the let charge. Okay. the name of the, and I'll see if I find it.
I feel like I'm sliding up.
I think you are. The name of the one of the suits that we saw was the integrated suit. And I think that's the. It looks like it's looking at pictures of it. Looks like a mixture of his last suit from Far From Home and the Iron Spider suit. So.
Yeah, I just pre-ordered all the Funko Pops for Spider-Man No Way Home. And then also got the What If T'Challa one because that one looked really cool.
Oh, they have a Funko Pop for that?
Yeah, it looks really cool. I'll show it to you later. Or I could just pop it out right here.
All right, he's going to pop it up right here. You guys can't see it, but maybe we could put some links on
Yeah, the link. I'll put the Amazon links to pre-order all of them in the description.
In case you guys are interested.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, that does look pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think. Kind of. Yeah. You guys probably won't be able to see it, but.
You guys get the idea.
Yeah, but there will be the Amazon links for all of them in the description below for all the Funko Pops if you want to pick them up. They even have a Ned and MJ Funko Pop. I didn't really pre-order that one. I didn't really care.
I don't blame you. I think all the ones you mentioned, the only one
I got all the suits though of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Doctor Strange himself.
I still think the Iron Spider suit is my favorite suit, but this new integrated suit is climbing up the rankings fast.
Who knows? Let's see what suit does what, and then we can make a decision from there.
That's true.
New episode. I don't understand how they're gonna have 3 suits in No Way Home. Is he gonna be changing suits like that, or is maybe one Toby wears, is one Andrew wears?
Oh, you think about it, he kind of did that, and he's changed at least suits twice
in No Way Far From
every
Home.
movie. Yeah, well, in the first movie he used the first suit.
Yeah.
And then he used his homemade suit.
Yeah.
And in the second one he used 3 suits.
Yeah, he's the black one.
He used the black and red that he finished the movie with.
Yeah.
The stealth suit. What do you call himself? Night monkey or something?
Night monkey. Yeah.
And then he had the Iron Spider suit at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
Which is still a beautiful. That's my favorite suit.
It's just clean.
It's super.
It's just a clean suit.
Super duper clean.
Yeah. I think again, movies looking forward to and things looking forward to from comic book universe. We got Superman and Lois season 2 for sure coming.
Which I mean, we'll probably be talking about unfortunately, we won't be talking about them again until they drop, which is probably sometime next year. But
so Superman and Lois will be on hold for this podcast
until it drops.
Or
unless we get news.
But unless we get some new news too. But don't be alarmed. More DC stuff is to come. We have Young Justice season 4 dropping in less than 2 months.
In 2 months.
And that's something definitely I will be talking about on this podcast. I don't care about spoiling it for him anymore.
I'm gonna catch up.
He still hasn't started it. Okay. We got that. So DC stuff we got coming.
I got my to-do list. That, Batman, Arkham City, and setting up the PS5.
And so you still haven't set up the PS5. This fan. You know what? You know what we'll do?
What?
If you guys come, I think we're planning on going on vacation soon together. If we do that vacation soon together, I think we're sharing a room or whatever. If we end up doing that, I'm bringing my laptop. We're binge watching Young Justice while we're there.
I'm down.
And then I'll bring the PS5, and then you can play Arkham City or something.
I'm down.
And then everything will be done on vacation.
Yeah, he's gonna make sure I get it done then.
And then, but we'll still bring you an episode if we're on vacation, if it's out there or if it's going to be pre-recorded. You definitely will have an episode that week when we're gone. But like I was saying, we have Spider-Man No Way Home coming out, looking forward to. Eternals coming out, looking forward to. We have Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings coming out in 2 weeks, looking forward to. Superman and Lois season 2 for sure is coming. We should be getting that by next year, 2022. They said.
We have the Hawkeye show.
You said
Spider-Man already?
I already said Spider-Man. We have Batman the animated series coming out soon. We have a remake of Lois and Clark, I think, coming as well, or Clark Kent's. It's called something like that, of an animated series, and Batman the animated series also. We have Young Justice season 4. We have Miss Marvel apparently supposed to be coming up. I think that's 2022 though. Black Adam 2022. A lot of stuff coming 2022. This year we don't have too much coming out that we know of.
We have a lot though, but what you listen.
Yeah.
I think they could always surprise us with more. So
that is true. Who knows what's to come. What if we're gonna be keeping up with that? Batman Gotham Knights 2022. Suicide Squad game 2022. So 2022 is gonna be the year
of the comic book nerd.
Of the comic book nerds and talking a lot more. But We're gonna still keep you guys updated. I know. Hopefully, we should be getting a Spider-Man trailer soon. Maybe.
I'm not holding out hope, man. But you know what? Maybe it'll come at the end of What If.
Who knows?
Or Shang-Chi when it premieres. Or the Eternals. Or the day we'll get a Spider-Man trailer the day Spider-Man drops.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows when we'll get that trailer, but we're gonna keep you guys updated with everything that we are looking forward to seeing, things that we think we should talk about. You guys are probably we've been talking about a lot about Marvel and DC Comics. Now we'll probably, since everything is a little bit slowing down, we're probably gonna get back into more anime, back into more gaming new gaming stuff dropping, new updates. Apparently Xbox is giving some games to PlayStation to put on there, but PlayStation is not giving anything back to Xbox. A little bit of drama there for you guys. But we'll definitely keep you guys updated with everything to come in the gaming, comic book, and anime universe. But I think this was a really good episode. We talked about
you guys for hanging out with us.
Episode 10, boys. Episode 10.
I mean, episode you're saying we talked about what?
Huh?
So recap.
Okay, we talked about Superman and Lois season 1 finale.
Episode 15. Watch on the CW app.
Correct. We saw John. The biggest surprise: John Iron's daughter appearing in the final ship. Who knows? Maybe we'll get. Why did I say final ship? In a ship. Who knows? We may get I lost my train of thought. Big brain brainiac, or she's a ninja or a spy for bad Superman,
or she was eradicated herself.
Who knows? Then we got What If? We got to see T'Challa taking on the mantle of Star-Lord.
Again, R.I.P. to my boy T'Challa.
Big up. But we got to see him taking the mantle of Star-Lord. We got to see Thanos turning to the good side and working with the Ravagers. Him and his daughter, help me,
Nebula.
Then we got to talk about Shang-Chi and what we're looking for.
My head kept saying, say Gamora. Say Gamora.
That's what I thought in my head.
It's not Gamora.
We got to see a little bit. We got to talk about a little bit of Shang-Chi, how it's coming out in 2 weeks. We're looking forward to seeing that with Abomination, Wong, and those fighting scenes. Then we got Eternals. We got to see the last final trailer. Got to introduce the bad guys. Got to see why they didn't intervene during Thanos' attack.
And we had to see the Eternal, we had to see the Celestials
and the
Deviants.
So Marvel's popping off. We talked a little bit of Spider-Man. We got to talk about a little bit of the multiverse. What do we think? Who's gonna come out? I think I mentioned this before. Spider-Gwen needs to come out. You know, I got a couple crush actors that I would love to see take on that mantle. You know, make my day.
You need to wear your simp shirt for the next episode of the podcast.
for sure. But yeah, we got you sign us off. I can't.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. 10th episode, 10th week with us. I'm E. And that's Jay. He's a simp. And we'll catch you guys next week,
I'll take it. I'm a simp.
Stay safe out there,
I'm a simp and I ain't sympathetic. You know what?
Oh, no. Stay safe out there, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Have a good rest of your weekend. And we'll see you guys next week. Same channel, same place, same time. We out.
Catch you guys later.